Welcome to the first edition of SenatorTV for the 2010-2011 school year. I'm Stevie Reagans.
And I'm Hannah Gibson. Students started the school year off with several new staff members, including a new principal, Karen York, social studies teacher and varsity basketball coach, Greg Dean, junior high math, Clark Smith, English, French, and JV volleyball coach, Kayla Spurgeon, Spanish teacher, Rachel Tedrow, health and varsity volleyball coach, Christina Touchier, tech coordinator, Rob Batchelor, study hall teacher, Judy Reeser. We sat down with a few of the new staff members to get their impression of West Washington so far and their philosophy on education.
My first impression of West Washington was a very small school, but very friendly teachers and students, and felt very welcomed from the very first day. And what I like most about West Washington so far is probably my classes, that you're willing to have a discussion with me instead of just sit there and fall asleep in class. People are always willing to come up and try new things, do activities, do silly things in class, so students are very entertaining. And goals for the school year would probably be to do a lot of fun things in health class to make sure that it can connect back to what you're going to go through for the rest of your life, and make sure that what you're learning in health applies to your everyday life, and to putting those things into practice.
My first impression of West Washington was just how friendly everybody was. It seemed like from the moment that I walked into the door, there was always somebody telling me hello and making me feel really welcome here. And that was really great, since this is my first position teaching. It made me feel like everyone was glad I was here, and it made me feel very at home. And what I've liked so much about West Washington so far is that the students are, for the most part, very nice, very kind students. I do get a lot of respect from the students, and I think that that's really great to walk in and be a first-year teacher and have such well-behaved, respectful students. And one of my goals for this year is I want to see as much success in my classroom as possible. I want to try and give every single student an opportunity to succeed. And as long as I see some success from all my students, then I feel like we've had a really great year. My first impression of the school was small. I remember playing here as a student, played football, baseball here. It's the school in the middle of a cornfield. But once I got in the school and walking around and meeting some of the other teachers, realized there's just an ordinary school with extraordinary people.
My first impressions of West Washington were the facilities, how nice they were, sporting facilities, all the gyms, the football field, the stands, the baseball and softball field, the track. The facilities are really, really nice, along with just how well kept and clean the school was. The classrooms are in great shape, so many nice things about the school. As far as what I like most about the school so far, it definitely has to be the people. Everyone's been extremely nice, and it's been very easy to get to know people, and people have been very, very helpful to me as I've entered the classroom and the school and getting the year underway. And my goals for the school are just to help make a positive impact with the kids here at West Washington, the students, and to provide a positive learning experience in the classroom. So far I really enjoy it.
Classes 9 through 12 elected new Student Council class officers for the 2010-2011 school year. They are Freshman President Shelby Springer, Vice President Katie Gibson, Secretary Katie Stahl, Treasurer Anastasia Zakharova, and Representatives are Mackenzie Martin and Brandon Richardson. Sophomores President Tori Packwood, Vice President Olivia Knapp, Secretary Caitlin Wessner, Treasurer Matt Brackney, and Representatives are Shaylin Rippey and Chad Thompson. Juniors President Jenna Hoover, Vice President Lucas Gilbert, Secretary Whitney McKinney, Treasurer Caitlin Cahill, and Representatives are Haley Gudick and Stephanie McCutcheon. Seniors, President Kendall Rosenbaum, Vice President Keegan Sorg, Secretary Janessa Green, Treasurer Jeff Struther, and representatives are Stevie Reagans and Logan Hall. The overall Student Council officers are President Kendall Rosenbaum, Vice President Janessa Green, Secretary Logan Hall, and Treasurer Shelby Springer. Student Council organized the football homecoming this year with many activities along with it. Students and teachers participated in dress-up days, door decorating, and Friday the classes battled in dodgeball, tug of war, and other competitions. The seniors were the winners this year with 170 points. Second place was 7th and 9th grade tied with 150 points. Third place was 10th grade with 100 points. Fourth place was 11th grade with 70 points. And last place was the 8th grade with 50 points. Wrapping up the week was the homecoming ceremony. Freshman Shelby Springer was the sweetheart and first runner-up. Senior Derek Blythe was crowned king, and senior Cassie Conway was crowned queen.
Speaking of football, it's been a busy season for fall sports. Here's William Baker with the wrap-up.
Thanks, Hannah. The West Washington Senator football team ended the regular season with a record of 7-2. They became Washington County champions, and they share the PLAC championship with Paoli and Perry Central. Now here's Coach Bauselman with his views on the season and the upcoming home sectional game against South Decatur.
Well, with this season, I was very pleased. We were 7-2, and you know, a lot of good things happened. Starting back in the summer, we won our 7-on-7, and now we've accomplished a couple other goals of winning the county championship and getting a share of the PLAC title. So we've had a very successful season. A lot of individual guys have had very good years from a stats standpoint. We've led the state in certain areas with passing and receiving and touchdowns. So as far as individuals coming all together, putting it together as a team effort, I think that's what how it's gotten us to this point at 7-2. So with all that, we take it now and build from here to win our sectional. We hope now that regular season's over, we put all that behind us, and this sectional becomes a new season. And at the end of this season, we want to be 3-0, and it starts this Friday with South Decatur, and hopefully we can get advantage and be at home this week and possibly next week, and if things go right, we can be at home for the championship game. So things are aligned pretty good for us. We just have to come out and perform well, and like I say, be 3-0 at the end of this season, and hopefully we'll add that last goal of winning a sectional title to our list, and then we can go from there, hoping to look forward to the regional and going on into the tournament.
Senior night was held on Friday, October 15th before the West Washington Brownstown football game. Seniors from football, volleyball, cross country, and cheer were honored. Also during the game, the FFA and football team teamed up to support breast cancer awareness. The FFA sold t-shirts, and the football team wore pink to support a worthy cause. Coach Touchier is the new head coach of the volleyball team. Their record was 5-16. Now here's Miss Touchier on her views of this year's season.
The season was really good. They played really well, improved their skills a lot throughout the season, and we played a very competitive type of volleyball style. So we were really close to all of our games and had a lot of really good competitive games with other teams. Our seniors helped lead the team. You know, being a first-year teacher, Coach Spurgeon and I would, you know, have to round up our classroom stuff at the end of the day. So our seniors started off practice for us and led the younger girls to put up the nets and showed me where the volleyballs were and how the summer stuff went, and even took me around the school and showed me where my classroom was. So they helped me with volleyball and also with the school year.
The High School Drama Club presented Back to the 80s October 16th, 17th, and 18th. Here is senior cast member Ed Cloud with more on the story.
Thanks, Hannah. The West Washington Drama Club performed Back to the 80s, directed by Mrs. Wise, on the dates of October 16th and 17th and 18th. Faces both new and old came together in this performance to look at high school life back in the 80s. You've got your jocks, nerds, preps, and those unnamed people in between. The play focuses on a teenager named Corey who is in love with this girl named Tiffany. Tiffany doesn't like Corey, but likes the jock named Michael. A series of high school drama ensues. Purchase a DVD from BPA to learn the full story. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Ed. The Spell Bowl team participated in the Madison Invitational on October the 5th and the state competition at Austin on October 18th. Here's Coach Harkness with more.
I'm very pleased with our performance. You always look for improvement from year to year, and since this is only the second year we've done this, I'm really glad to see how students performed. I know just from Madison, there was a major improvement in several of the scores, and then for Katie Cahill to do as well she did, getting a near perfect score, which we have not done that before. And so I'd have to say I'm very pleased. We got second place in our area once again, which we did that last year. And so I can't complain. It was really exciting to see Katie in that last round getting every word right and taking it to the 9th word and seeing the whole team just on the edge of their seat cheering for her and excited for her that, hey, she might pull this off. And then she still got a near perfect round and got a ribbon. But it just that excitement that, you know, just for a spell bowl, people can still get excited and cheer for each other and be excited for each other. And everybody was really proud of her. And so that was exciting. And that's one thing that really stands out, that just to see everyone get excited, see a teammate do well.
The Impact Club at West Washington continues to be a positive influence on students and faculty alike. In July, the members traveled to Port St. Joe, Florida for a week of community service and fun. The group painted a house and spruced up the yard of an elderly woman who was in the nursing home recovering from 2 broken hips. On October 2nd, 18 students and 9 faculty members from the club built a wheelchair ramp and did yard cleanup for a local family. The group also organized the annual student-led See You at the Pole event. We spoke with member Lucas Gilbert about the positive influence these experiences have had on his life.
So this year was the first trip that I got to participate on for Impact Club. We went to Florida, and like they said, we did some painting and some landscaping. It was a lot of hands-on stuff, and it was really good, and it was a really good experience. And I like helping out people and doing the work of the Lord, and that's what the Lord wanted me to do, so I went and helped them do that. If you are interested in Impact Club, we meet every Tuesday and Thursday morning in Mr. Wyatt's room from 8:05 to 8:15. Next summer we will be going on another mission trip, and I'm not really sure where yet. We haven't decided, and we're planning on doing a couple more service projects this year around the community. But we would love any and all involvement of the students and anybody who's interested.
BPA District 1112 President Taylor Cox stopped by the information technology classes this grading period to talk about the advantages of joining the organization and the importance of business and technical education. The BPA is currently fundraising and working on projects for the district competition in January. Students in Ms. Haynes' chemistry classes are celebrating Mold Day today. Chem 1 and Chem 2 students constructed molds in their favorite design for the annual competition. Festivities also included a mole carnival and a mole feast.
Visitors to the school website will be surprised to see a new design. Ms. Wise's Computer 1 classes have taken over the design and maintenance of the site. In addition to the new user-friendly design, visitors can now find the daily announcements scrolling on the high school page. Computer 1 student Carrie Ann Young explains the process.
Well, I just type in the announcements in the code so they show up on our scroll on the top of the high school section of the school website. Favorite part, I'd say I'd get to put the announcements in every day and look over and make sure it works right, and if something's not right, I get to figure out what's wrong. At first it was hard because I had no idea what the code was, and then later on I found out how it was, so now it's pretty easy.
In upcoming events, West Washington will host South Decatur this Friday night in sectional action. The game will begin at 7 p.m. Come out and support the boys.
The Sad and Spirit Clubs will be sponsoring a Halloween dance on October 28th in the high school cafeteria. The dance will begin at 8 p.m. and end at 10 p.m. The cost is $4 if you're in a costume, $6 with no costume, and $7 for couples.
The second annual Dub Dub's Got Talent show will be held on November 19th. Come out and show your talent as an individual or organize a group act. See Miss early to sign up. DVDs of the event will be available from the BPA.
Remember, you can watch SenatorTV and other on-demand video anytime on our new website, www.SenatorTV.net. There you will find links to our YouTube, SchoolTube, and Ustream pages. Add us on Facebook and Twitter for breaking school news, video, and picture postings, and much more.
Thanks for joining us today on SenatorTV.
Have a happy and safe fall break.